Welcome to Cam Look, your daily dose of the Cincinnati Art Museum. Each day, a staff member or volunteer will be sharing an object from the permanent collection and posing questions for discussion. So check back each day at 10 a.m. for a new object and a new conversation. I'm Russell Eyrig, Associate Director of Interpretive Programming, and today we're going to look at an object that is maybe not so popular with people, Clown by Georges Rouault. Now, probably the most common reaction I've heard from visitors to this painting is, ugh, that's a creepy clown. And so I was curious, did Rouault want to make a creepy clown? Was that his goal? I knew that clowns were a really common subject for him. Even in our collection, we have multiple works about clowns. But how did he feel about them? Rouault was a French artist who's known for his brushy, expressionistic style that you can see here. His paintings often feature thick black lines that may have been inspired by the stained glass he would have worked on as an apprentice for a glass painter. When Rouault was 34, he was out walking one day, and he came across a troupe of clowns who were stopped on the side of the road. He said that he saw an old clown who was mending his torn costume, and it struck him as profoundly sad. In a letter to a friend, he said, "I saw quite clearly that the clown was me, was us, nearly all of us, this rich and glittering costume. It is given to us by life itself. We are all more or less clowns. We all wear a glittering costume." For him, the clown began to represent the gap between the public and the private, the bright and happy exterior that hides the darker inside. Though from what I've read, it doesn't sound like he hid his sadness all that well. He's consistently described as a pretty dark and moody guy. So I think Rouault didn't intend his clown to be creepy, but he definitely intended him to be tragic. And the idea of dark clowns was not new when he painted this. The opera Pagliacci from 1892 features a clown who murders his wife on stage for betraying him. While clowns had a positive period in the mid-20th century with characters like Clarabelle, Bozo, and even Ronald McDonald, things got really dark in 1978 when the serial killer John Wayne Gacy was arrested. Gacy sometimes performed for charity events and parades as a clown, and those photos of him in costume became chilling in hindsight. And after that, there's just a wave of scary clowns in pop culture. Poltergeist's possessed clown doll in 1982, Stephen King's novel It in 1986, which became a miniseries in 1990 and then remade in 2017 and 2019. And there's so many more. So when people look at the Rouault clown and think he's creepy, it's kind of not hard to imagine why, because we live in a world where most clowns are creepy. And I think this is important to note because context does matter. When we stand in front of an artwork, we're bringing with us all of our experiences and everything we've also seen. It's why two people can stand in front of the same work of art and come away with two wildly different interpretations. So even if Rouault didn't want his clown to be creepy, it's easy to see how we can interpret the tragedy as horror today.